What does Watermill Museum in Moseley and J.R.R Tolkien have in common? Well, quite a lot actually, as the mill inspired the Shire in his famous work Lord of the Rings. On Friday it is Tolkien Day, and as museum manager Wayne Dixon explains, there are plenty of activities to celebrate the day.
The Tolkien Reading Day is an event organised on the 25th of March by the Tolkien Society that encourages fans of Tolkien's work to share their favourite passages, maybe read with friends, and also kind of a get-together to celebrate the life of Tolkien and what he means to people. And the 25th is an important day. It's the day in the Lord of the Rings when the ring's destroyed, and it's the Hobbit New Year. So the 25th is quite of a fitting kind of day. So this is our first reading day that we've actually had on site. So what we're going to be doing is having readings, having a guided walk around the childhood haunts of Tolkien, and also presenting a couple of illustrated talks on Serhol and Tolkien and what it actually meant to him. The theme this year is immortality, life and death in the works of Tolkien, so we're theming our kind of talks and our readings along those lines.
Several of the region's landmarks are said to have inspired Tolkien's creations in The Lord of the Rings, one being the University of Birmingham's clock tower, which is said to be the Eye of Sauron. And what influence did Moseley, and specifically the mill, have on Tolkien?
Tolkien moved here from South Africa in 1896, and it was what was originally meant to be a holiday turned out to be a permanent stay after the death of his father. So the young boy, his mother and his young brother Hilary lived here when it was still green countryside, and this was once part of the Worcestershire countryside, full of trees, the river and the mill. And as a young boy he often used to spend a lot of his time trespassing, going on adventures, but also falling foul of the mill and the miller, in particular the White Ogre as they called him, which was the miller's son. And the influence he's seen in the start of The Lord of the Rings in Tolkien's own words, when he mentions the mill that used to be so important to him, and it's actually a reference to our mill. And it was the way of life that the people had, we think, in terms of this clean country way of life, this simple living that was to inspire the Shire and the hobbits. And it was kind of for him 4 years of adventures and 4 long years in endless summers that would look back on in later years when things were going quite badly for him, with a lot of happiness and a lot of sadness at the same times. But for Tolkien himself, these 4 years of the first contact with the English countryside would have been absolutely amazing for him.
Serhol Mill will be open free of charge on Good Friday for Tolkien Day from 12 till 4. Liam McConkey for the Midland in Moseley.